420 blazing. Just kidding, it's not May or 420, but no, it is May, and it isn't 420. Now I seem high, but I was trying to make a joke about how I'm wearing a blazer, blazing. You know what? Forget that.
Now, exactly how much pot did you smoke?
Russell Brand, of all people, is calling out the left and their hypocrisy when it comes to the vaccine. Dave Chappelle is defending Elon on SNL. TikTok chefs must be stopped. And Twitter is making fun of Ben Shapiro for tweeting the same thing on Mother's Day every single year. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Russell Brand is an interesting character. He usually gets it wrong, but once in a blue moon, he does get it right. Look at this viral TikTok clip of him roasting people who say we shouldn't listen to Joe Rogan's opinion on vaccines because he's not a doctor, but of course, they'll listen to Bill Gates.
When like Joe Rogan sort of says like, oh, I think if you're 21 years old, you shouldn't have to have a vaccine. What's the point? You get better from coronavirus. Everyone's like, hey, you're not a doctor. You're not a doctor. You're not a bloody doctor. Guess who else ain't a doctor? Bill Gates. Oh, it's all right when he does it.
And so moving something that had never been done, moving a vaccine from, say, a J&J factory into a factory in India.
I'm not an expert on body language, but I think that this means either I'm lying or I'm in Laurel and Hardy.
It's novel. It's only because of our grants and our expertise that can happen at all. The thing that's holding things back in this case is not intellectual property. There's not like some idle vaccine factory with regulatory approval that makes magically safe vaccines.
Laughable idea that an idle vaccine factory.
Pardon me for being a little sketched out that the guy who's been running around for years talking about population control now controls most of the world's food supply and is telling us to all inject something into our bodies with no medical experience. But a guy who just says, hey, maybe young people should wait this out is vilified.
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You know what? I have always respected people more who aren't afraid to call out their own when they're acting up or doing something stupid. And with this story, I think it's warranted that I call out conservatives. They're upset because the Army has just decided that female soldiers can wear ponytails. And a lot of people are mad about this because they say it's proof the Army is going woke.
I don't think so.
The Army says the new changes allow for female soldiers to wear a bun, a single ponytail, 2 braids, or a single braid. All such styling should hang down the center of the back and may hang no lower than the bottom of the shoulder blades while standing at attention.
Own that ponytail. Work that updo.
Now, some critics of the announcement say hanging hair is dangerous to be around machinery or in combat, and others think this appearance change will just open the door for more wokey, hokey pokey, I guess.
I've opened Pandora's box and there's trouble inside.
Have to be honest here. Once in a while, I hear things that the right is upset about, and I think they are just as silly as the stuff that the left gets upset about. Like, it kind of makes me ashamed to be a conservative when I hear that this is the BS that you guys are blowing people up on Twitter for. Not liking that female soldiers can have ponytails is one of those things for me. So what do you think? Are you cool with it or not?
Hey, Brian, did you get your hair cut?
No. I got them all cut.
According to the New York Post, even though Saturday's SNL episode was their typical average brand of funny,
Oh, okay.
Elon was a must-see and held his own really well, even though he has absolutely zero acting experience. The best part was when he accidentally looked like Benny Johnson.
It's a cryptocurrency you can trade for conventional money.
I love that Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan called out the cast members who were throwing a temper tantrum about Elon hosting, too.
I think whether the people that are complaining that he's going to be on Saturday Night Live, I think what's going on now is like they want someone to be 100% compliant to whatever ideology they're a part of.
The woke ideology.
And any deviation of that is problematic. Whether it's because they think, like I saw an article that said Elon Musk donated $150 million to some charity and they called him a cheapskate.
It's hilarious.
How hilarious is that?
Well, wait till they see when I'm a billionaire. Talk about, get ready for this cheapskate. Again, like you say, no one can be woke enough. You know, I'm torn because I like a warrior for a good cause, but I'm really into tactics. You're not going to nag people into behaving
right
in a way that's, you know, in fact, if you continue with this tone, even if you're right, you'll be very hard to hear.
I love that. If you nag people into compliance, even if you're right, you'll be very hard to hear. Humor really does work best when you're trying to get an idea across, or gently helping people come to their own conclusion that something is the right way. That's just some good life advice for not only the celebrities in government, but also parents, friends, and employers. Everyone should remember that.
Write that down, write that down!
All right. Today's Hot Take Tuesday is fully loaded, so we're getting right into it. But before we do, make sure you hit the heart button. Okay, ready?
Hot Take Tuesday.
Ben Shapiro got called out by haters on Twitter for making the same joke on Mother's Day every single year since 2013.
Wrap the present, put it in the bag. It's Mother's Day.
Everyone was making fun of him for this, and I do not think this is a big deal at all. I guess every year Ben tweets some variation of this joke. Happy birthing person's day to all the egg-producing Homo sapiens of unspecified gender who made the decision to bring to term a meaningless cluster of cells.
I don't care who you are, that's funny right there.
Can I just let you in on a little secret of people who have big followings on Twitter? They all recycle content. If you find something or tweet something that does really well, reuse it a while later. Everyone does this. It isn't scandalous. If you know anything about building a following on Twitter or Instagram, then you know that stuff works.
Chill.
Lots of new things to watch this week. Here's what's looking good. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern on MTV, The Hills: New Beginnings is out. Kristen Cavallari is even gonna make a cameo appearance in season 2 of the reboot, which looks pretty juicy.
You like it in Jewish, eh?
Friday, The Woman in the Window is out on Netflix, which I've been telling you about. And Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we are getting a brand new Hallmark movie called Sweet Carolina, about a marketing executive named Josie who returns home when she becomes the unexpected guardian of her niece and nephew. Of course, while there, she reconnects with Cooper, her high school boyfriend. You know, you gotta love it. Hey, remember when I said you just keep doing the same thing when you find something that works? That's Hallmarks. That's their whole MO.
Ah, so romantic.
Melinda Gates met with divorce lawyers in 2019. One concern of hers that she had was her husband's dealings with Jeffrey Epstein, according to the Wall Street Journal. I'm telling you, I think Melinda knows something is about to hit the fan, and she felt real weird about it, hence the divorce. And I think she's gonna end up testifying against him when it all comes out. I feel it in my bones. We'll see if I'm right.
Rattle me bones!
Speaking of movies, this one isn't out this week, but it will be out on Father's Day weekend, and I am so excited for this. It stars Kevin Hart and focuses on the story of a single dad. Looks amazing.
I don't know how you're gonna do this.
If you could have only one parent, I wish you could have had your mom, because she would have been better at it. And mommy was the best.
And I want to end on this. TikTok chefs must be stopped. Are they trolling us? Who would eat this? Literally, this is pig slop. Actually, I'm convinced a pig wouldn't even eat this.
Cut it right onto the top. Look at that. That looks really nice. Okay, great.
Look at the way it all fits that way.
Yeah, it's beautiful, right? Okay, you want to make sure you cover the pasta, because that's how the pasta's gonna cook.
Wow, look at this.
Okay, look.
Wow, yum.
If a guy invited me over and made this for dinner, I would leave.
It tastes just like what you think.
Make sure you are confirming your spot to YWLS or applying. If you haven't yet, there is not much time left to do that. Also, submit your pop quiz questions at the link in our bio. You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to POPlitics, and leave a 5-star review to support us. Find merch and more all on that link in our bio. Tap the heart if you didn't earlier. Let me know what you think about ponytails in the Army, if that means they're going woke, and if you would eat that TikTok dish. Share this episode with 3 friends, see if they would eat it, and make sure you hit that save button too. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Click below to watch yesterday's episode. Please subscribe, thumbs up, share this video, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss the conservative. And make sure you're following this show at POPlitics on Instagram for even more CUTEservative content.